Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and also thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. I'd like to say happy Boxing Day and happy Kwanzaa. I hope you all, whoever celebrated Christmas, had a fabulous Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And for those of you who are enjoying Hanukkah, I hope it's been a fabulous Hanukkah season as well. Well, this will most likely be the last energy update for this year, depending on whether or not I put one out on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. This will most likely be the last one for the year. So let's jump right in. Beginning the week, I know it's Tuesday, beginning the week, we had this fabulous Venus trine Neptune energy that was extremely dreamy. And that energy is beginning to shift as this full moon, today's full moon energy sets up. So earlier today, and actually started coming in yesterday, we've got Mercury, which is retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, is going to square Neptune in Pisces. And Mercury is within orb of conjunction with Mars. Mars will square Neptune later in the week, but let's stick with Mercury, Mars, and Neptune for now and what that means. It's almost as if Mars wants us to take action on something, and because Mercury's energy is kind of cattywampus right now, we're in the middle or getting ready to close out a retrograde cycle. So Mercury is telling Mars, whoa, 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 no, we can't go that fast. We need to slow it down. We need to circle back. We've got to revise it. We've got to redo something, and that is really frustrating Mars. And then you have the Neptune square in there, so there could be some disillusionment, disappointment. You just won't have all the facts, fogginess, that sort of thing. So even though you could be triggered by this energy and want to take action, I would caution you to sit with the energy, sit in the energy, but make sure that you have all the facts and you have a confirmed trajectory on where you want to go, because Mercury retrograde is going to mess with any, communications, or could mess with communications or travel arrangements. Then, as I mentioned, later tonight, right around 7:30 Eastern time, I believe it is, we have a full moon in Cancer. This full moon I expect to be emotional because it's a full moon, which is a closeout of cycles, but in the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon as well. So a lot of emotions going on at this time. I do want to discuss the Cancer Capricorn axis because it is a full moon. So we've got the moon over here in Cancer, we've got the sun over here in Capricorn. What is that axis? That axis is Cancer is family, lineage, heritage, emotions for sure. And then you've got Capricorn, which is goals, objectives, practicality, planning. It's ruled by Saturn. So we definitely have a polarity here, and we know what axis we're dealing with. Now, the power players associated with this full moon are Jupiter and Saturn. Now, Jupiter is going to sextile the moon at this time, expanding that moon's energy, expanding on the family, expanding on lineage, expanding on heritage. And then at the other end of that, you've got the sun, which is going to sextile Saturn. And this is all about taking accountability. All this is very sextile, free-flowing, very easy energy. I really like this energy. We're getting somewhere. We're being asked to release something. So how do we know what to release? Well, I think the biggest gift of all today is the gift of Chiron going direct. Chiron is going to go direct in the sign of Aries. And if you recall last July when Chiron went retrograde, I received a channeling that was extremely powerful, and I translated it, and let me just pull it out here. I translated it and read it aloud, but then also put the notes in the comment section. I'll do that again today. But if you don't mind, I would like to read the Chiron retrograde cycle. What was a message that was downloaded to me from my guides. Chiron retrograde season 2023, July 23rd through December 26th, 2023. Using the unbridled drive of Aries energy to look at vulnerability relative to wounding for the purpose of clarity, understanding, and growth. Understanding more fully where we have been and why we went there. What needs healing so when we emerge from this retrograde cycle in December, we can embrace and fully embody being centered in ourselves, the 5D knowing of the very powerful force that we are, and move away from being rooted and stuck in the 3D concept of victimization. Healthy independence is the goal here. What do you need to heal to have mastery in this area? Holding space for past wounds, that's unresolved wounding, leaves us in a state of imbalanced power. The clarity and alignment brought by presence and awareness, coupled with the bravery of Aries, can heal wounding, even the ancestral wounding of generations. Holding someone or something accountable for wounds is fine and most likely helped you at the time of the wounding, but let's boldly go deeper this retrograde season so you can gain your power back. Pluto's powerful retrograde back to Capricorn squares the nose of destiny, is helping us by showing us examples of opportunities for growth with imbalanced power dynamics. By practicing presence and holding space for awareness, truly the clarity of the Saturn retrograde in Pisces season, you hold the key to growth and understanding. Join me in our next internal healing journey this Chiron retrograde season, won't you? Now, that also discussed the Pluto square to the nodes, which asked us to make choices. Those choices helped us to determine which level of consciousness we were going to be effectively acting in and on. Hopefully it's 5D. Now that we have Chiron, the beginning of this cycle was, again, back almost exactly when the new moon was also in the sign of Cancer, but now we've got that closeout new moon, and we've got some lineage things that perhaps we've been working on clearing out and healing. And with Chiron stationing to go direct in the sign of Aries, that I am, so we can fully root in who we are. We are setting ourselves free. While we hold space for ancestral wounding, we can hold space for it, but we can also release it, right? Free ourselves from it. Because we are now sitting in this higher level of energy. Tons, just so much high frequency light is come into our universe. And we've got to shed some of these things that are holding us back from that ascension process. And by healing these ancestral wounding, this is that emotional closeout that we've been waiting for. I knew mid-October, I could feel this coming, and I cannot tell you how excited I am today. We need to release the ancestral burdens. We need to open ourselves up for sure, because this weekend, Jupiter is going to go direct. I believe it's on Saturday. Jupiter goes direct. So let's shed all of these things that we no longer need. So as Jupiter goes direct in the sign of Taurus, we can be open to receive the goodness that is flowing directly from Jupiter at the time when Jupiter goes direct in Taurus, promoting stability, but at such a high frequency, it's time for us to level up. Okay? Well, there's more. There's more to discuss this week. I could go off on a tangent for that for a day. But anyway, Wednesday of this week, which I believe is already the 27th, we've got the Sun trine Jupiter. Love this energy. Jupiter, as I mentioned, that Jupiter energy is building because Jupiter is going to station and go direct. So with the Sun trining this expansion of Jupiter's energy, and we've released things that no longer serve us today at the time of the full moon, or this evening when we have ceremony and release the things that no longer serve us, we can really open ourselves up with those new goals and objectives in mind, which is, that Sun and Capricorn theme, as well as have all the wherewithal to get the job done. I like that energy. Then on Friday of this week, Venus is getting ready to go into Sag, but before she leaves Scorpio, she is going to sextile Pluto. I like this energy. It's very intense energy, however. You could have a very intense, deep connection with someone that could absolutely transform your experience. I mean, that's just some very powerful energy. Then, as I mentioned, we've got Venus is going to enter the sign of Sagittarius. I do believe that that is also on Friday, much later in the day, however. That's a big shift of energy. Venus in the sign of Scorpio is very deep, very passionate. And as soon as she steps into Sag, it is all about the party. She wants to travel. She wants to have a good time. And she's joining Mercury and Mars already there, which I really like. I really like that, because by Venus moving into this energy, Jupiter changing directions, we've just offloaded all of this ancestral wounding that we no longer need to have in our life. We are now beginning to really see, feel, visualize, and feel the new dreams and visions that are just around a corner, that is 2024. And more importantly, closer to the end of the month of January, as all planets are direct. That's all I have for you this week. Now we're going a little bit long. I did pull a card. Wanted to use the Field Tarot deck, considering all the dynamics of this week's energy. Love this deck. It is by Hannah Elizabeth Fofana. The card that jumped out today is the Three of Discs. The Three of Discs. Let's see what the book has to say. Works. The Three of Discs reveals a period when focusing on the task at hand is key. Achievements in your work life are attainable, especially in terms of a collaboration or an important project. Stay present and embrace the skills of others as well as your own. Keywords: learning, teamwork, skills, goals, projects, and ambition. I love this card also because I see the Sun, the Moon, and Mars on this card. And the Sun and Moon depict male and feminine energy, and we've got Mars there as well. Triangle, trine energy, good energy. I really like this card. Well, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me today. My day is always better with you in it. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button. If you have any comments, please post them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to co-create with me, share this video with someone, won't you please? I hope you have a fabulous week of shedding, letting go, and then filling up with all the benefits that Jupiter can give us in the sign of Taurus. Namaste.